one thing I taught myself to do. No matter the problem, refuse to lose. So how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse.
What's up, everyone? I hope you and your friends and families are all staying healthy during this pandemic. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Dustin, and I'm an area rep in Jefferson County. And it's my privilege to be doing the Denver Daily Devo for today. But before we get started, I want to talk about a new challenge that FCA is rolling out. We are giving $50 gift cards to Chipotle or Chick-fil-A for every single person that can read the New Testament in 30 days. And so in order to do that, you got to go to our Instagram, which you're probably on, and you got to click the link in our bio, join the group, and it'll keep track of everything you've read so far, and it'll allow you to comment and share with other people in the group about what you read. And so I'm joining this challenge, and I hope that you guys will as well. So now let's get into the Devo. It's been about 2 weeks since schools and sports have been shut down, and honestly, I was really frustrated. It's the best time of the year with March Madness. My Indiana Hoosiers were going to make a deep run in the tournament. I'm wearing a Louisville shirt, but I'm a Hoosier fan at heart. And they haven't made the tournament in 3 years, and so I was super pumped to fill out the bracket, watch some basketball, and just enjoy everything that's coming on in March with the NBA and baseball starting. And so whenever all of it was taken away, I was really, really confused. I was frustrated because you can't take away March Madness. You can't take away sports. And I'm not even an athlete anymore, and I was angry and disappointed. So I can't imagine what it's like for people who have been training and coaching, who have been preparing all year for your season to just be gone in a second. So to the coaches and athletes who are watching this, I'm sorry. I can't imagine how you're feeling right now. I'm sure that you're mad, you're anxious, you're bored, you're unsure of what's next, and I want you to know that that's okay. God sees it, and what you're feeling matters. God created you with emotions. God welcomes the anger and welcomes the questioning, and you're not alone in feeling that way, which leads us perfectly into the story about Jacob in Genesis 32. And so a little bit of backstory about that. Jacob stole his brother's inheritance and then quickly left before his brother Esau would kill him. And so after 20 years apart, Jacob is on his way back home to apologize, and so he stops by a river to sleep and runs into this strange man. And so what do you think happens next? They wrestle. Weird but true. And so I'll be reading verses 24 through 28 in Genesis 32. And so this is what it says. So Jacob and a man wrestled until daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower Jacob, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, and so that his hip was dislocated as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man asked him, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." So, why do I share that story? Because I've been wrestling with God. I've been mad about the virus. I've been mad about things being taken away. I've been mad about the lives at risk, and I've been asking God to reveal himself to me and to show me what he wants from my life. And I'm sure I'm not the only one doing this. You're probably wrestling with God and asking him why he took away your season, your prom, your friends, your school, and your life as you knew it. And so the more I learned about this story in Genesis, I found a verse after the wrestling match where it says, he, referring to Jacob, set up an altar there and called it God, the God of Israel. So why does that verse matter? Right after Jacob, who's now Israel, wrestles with God, he builds an altar and calls it God of Israel. This is the first time in the Bible that that Jacob referred to God as his own God. Jacob has always referred to God as the God of his father, the God of his grandfather. And so until Jacob had that wrestling match with God, his faith was not his own. It was his father's faith. It was his grandfather's faith through the stories he's heard. And so he was living his faith through other people, which I think a lot of people do today. And so that's my takeaway for today. Wrestle with God. Dig into the Bible. Have hard conversations with your friends. Question things, because it'll help you grow in your faith and make your faith your own. I don't want you to make my faith yours. I don't want you to make your pastors yours, not your parents, your friends, but have your own faith. And the only way that you can experience God in a totally different way is to create your faith your own. And when you kind of understand what God is like in that way, that's when you receive the blessings of having that close relationship with God.